everyone, and welcome to the fifth stop of the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour, the Women's Hockey Showcase in Philadelphia this weekend. And it is our second game of the evening. Team Keller and Team Decker set to square off here at the Virtua Center Flyers Skate Zone in Voorhees, New Jersey. I'm Brian Smith. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. We are just about 20 miles outside of Philadelphia at the Philadelphia Flyers training facility in Voorhees, New Jersey. And the site of this tremendous event over the course of this weekend, the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour coming to Philadelphia for this Women's Hockey Showcase. Team Turnbull was our victor in game one. They beat Team Nurse 7-2. And we are set for a fantastic second game of this first of the two-day series. The PWHPA wishes to express thanks to our partners, the NHLPA, Adidas Hockey, Dunkin' Donuts, Bauer Hockey, BioSteel Sports, Ballard Spar, and Hoser Hockey. We're going to pause for our national anthem. Our national anthem here at Virtua Center Flyers Skate Zone in Voorhees as the crowd is set to go for a fantastic evening of hockey between Team Keller and Team Decker. Team Keller captained by Megan Keller, the defenseman out of Farmington, Michigan. 2 assists in 5 games at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, the USA's gold medal winning performance. In net tonight will be Katie Burt for Team Keller. They're going to be wearing the dark uniforms, the navy blue uniforms tonight. And Burt will get the start this evening for Team Keller out of Lynn, Massachusetts and Boston College. Team Decker is captained by Brianna Decker and will feature Alice Cavallini in goal, the goaltender until recently known as Alex Rigsby out of the University of Wisconsin. Rigsby was also part of that gold medal winning team in Pyeongchang, did not play in the tournament, but was part of the gold medal winning team. Team Decker is in the whites. And again, Team Keller is in the darks, and we are underway here for game number 2 of our Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. We pick up the action in the Team Decker zone. Both teams in the first game were using the first few minutes to kind of get acclimated, but after that it became a very one-sided affair for Team Turnbull, although they were kept off the board by some great goaltending by Erica Howe. But this time we've got a quick goal. It did not take long for the scoring to get started here in this first period. As Danielle Cameronisi has started things off for Team Keller, and an early 1-0 lead. Really really a bit of a bouncy puck there, and Cameron Acey was able to finish it off. It was one of those kind of broken plays that you don't know where everything's going to go, but for Team Keller, it ends up very, very well. And they get the early 1-0 lead in the first minute of this contest here this evening. Kaylee Flanagan working it out to center, and Keller tried to maneuver it along, but it was picked up by Team Decker and sent back into the zone. Flanagan's going to work it in front of her own net, and she will move it off to the right side for Monique Lamoureux-Morando, one of 2 number 7s on this team. Your eyes are not deceiving you if you see a couple of them. Rachel Aid is the other number 7 for this squad. Team Decker trying to clear their zone, and now will finally do so as it's carried out to center by Regan Haley. Bird around behind her net trying to slow that dump in. It will continue up the far boards, and Cheyenne D'Arcangelo will get it out to center. It's knocked back in, though, and first to it will be Reagan Rust. Comes off that corner board within the reach of Burt. She tried to cover it up, had some difficulty initially as she had Regan Haley in her kitchen, but Burt able to finally freeze that puck, and we'll get a face-off in the right wing circle. Regan Haley moving in on this draw with Alexa Grusho, and Team Keller controls off the face-off. It's wrapped back around out to center, but Team Decker knocks it down there, gets it back in briefly. Team Keller now going the other way. Scooped in deep by Grusho, and they'll come around behind the net, be settled on the end boards, and now chipped up the far side, back down again behind the net of Alex Cavallini. Deep in the Team Keller zone, it is gathered in by Blake Bolden on the near side. She was dispossessed. Zaluski pulls it out in front. What a save by Katie Burt on the one-timer. Still in control on that far side is Kendall Coyne trying to make something happen. Now Decker sent to the ice. Play will continue as it's dug out of there by Alyssa Gallardi. Gallardi gets another attempt, backhander stopped by Burt. And finally, Team Keller will try to calm things down. Bolden's going to get it out of the zone, but some tremendous opportunities for Team Decker, but even better goaltending by Katie Burt here in the early going as she keeps Team Decker off the board. Here they come for another opportunity. Rister in on that is gloved and held by Burt off the stick of Kendall Coyne. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Team Keller end. Megan Keller, the captain of this team, looking on with Haley Scamora as the face-off is won by Team Decker. Mishap at the point on the shot, so they're chop sticking at it now, and it'll finally work its way in deep where Keller will pick it up. On the backhand, Keller will take it out to center. Plays it ahead for Jocelyn Lamoureux-Davidson and sends it in deep in the zone. Chopped off the boards to the point, kept in by Keller. And he sent it back behind the net for Lamoureux-Davidson, who will let it continue along on the near side. This is Monique Lamoureux-Morando with it. They battle for it on the end boards, tried to stuff it out in front, knocked away by Cavallini. And now here comes Team Decker the other way. Shot in on net is gloved and held by Burt. She's just going to cover that up as she had company that she didn't really want to have. So the face-off is going to be in the left wing circle of the Team Keller zone. Alexa Grusho in on this draw for Team Keller, going against Regan Haley for Team Decker. Shot back out to the point, but kept in. Keller trying to spin away from pressure deep in her own end, and she'll get it ahead to Callie Flanagan, who chips it out to center. Picked up by Team Decker and sent back in. Flanagan's going to chase this down. Has some pressure from behind. She'll just continue it along to the near wall. Lund and Turner battled for it there. Now back to Lund. They give and go. A shot save made by Burt again on the doorstep. Lund trying to maneuver it out in front. Does so. It's tied up in skates. Flanagan trying to push it out of harm's way. And now Keller's going to settle things down behind the net of Katie Burt. And she'll step out with it now, will Megan Keller. Headman pass out to center was tipped along by Kelsey Colzer. Excuse me, that was Cheyenne Darkangelo sending it in deep. And now it's picked up there by Team Decker. Got it out to center, but it's intercepted immediately and taken back in. Maneuvering down the right side, centering pass, and the shot went up over the crossbar to the end glass. Chopped that there and pushed back up the near boards. And now it'll be moved along out to center. Hannah Brandt will move it ahead. Amanda Kessel got it into the zone, and a shot from the right side circle off the stick of Reagan Rust was turned aside by Cavallini. It's shoveled toward the net off the end boards and chased down in the far corner. They'll try to dig it free there. So we're 5.5 minutes gone in this first period. Early 1-0 lead in the contest for Team Keller. On a goal by Danielle Cameronisi. These two teams battling for the right to take on Team Turnbull in the championship game tomorrow. Team Turnbull won the first game of this showcase earlier today, 7-2. Here's Alyssa Gallardi out through center. Had it knocked off her stick. Coming the other way is Team Keller. Over the line, it's Lamoureux trying to maneuver her way through traffic. Had it knocked off her stick. It comes to the near side wall. Shot back in deep, but the first one there for Team Decker, I believe, is Casey Bellamy. Not 100% sure. We do have a couple of 22s out there, a couple of 20s. Only one number 26, that's Kendall Coyne, trying to find Hillary Knight, but Jocelyn Lamoureux got in the way of that and scooped it out toward her sister. Monique Lamoureux could not settle it at the blue line. And now it'll be picked up by Team Decker in their own zone, but Monique Lamoureux stole that briefly, couldn't settle it. Now Team Decker in over the line. Pass intended for Knight, but it was broken up before it got to her. Now she'll get it back in the corner. Hillary Knight turns it out in front. Shot save made by Burt. And it goes up over the glass and out of play. Kelly Panic with a grand opportunity right in the slot off a terrific feed from Hillary Knight. But that puck was deflected up over the glass and out of play by Katie Burt, who is having a fantastic first period here for Team Keller. Grushow in on the draw against Panic, and that one's won by Panic. It's deep in the zone. Grushow trying to push it along. She'll get it ahead to Keller, and Keller toe drag nicely around Panic, moves it out the center. In over the line with speed is Callie Flanagan. Lost the handle though, and now here comes Team Decker the other way. A shot was blocked by Keller. It's loose in the circle, and now it'll be controlled by Darkangelo. Flanagan to the loose puck. She'll send it in deep. Just about 8 minutes gone in this first period. 1-0 our score. Team Keller with the lead. Coming the other way with it, looking to add to it is Kessel. A shot caught the outside of the goal post. Amanda Kessel trying to add to the lead, but just missed. Now they got another chance out in front, and a shot was directed wide. That loose puck will be picked up by Decker, and she'll play it out into the neutral zone. Amanda Kessel right back in on it. Kessel feeds it to the left side circle. Wrister save made by Cavallini, as Cameronisi was looking for a second goal in the first 10 minutes. But Cavallini was able to gobble that up. Battled for along the far wall and now pulled free by Team Decker. They'll move it ahead through center with a step. Here's a backhander save made by Burt. Lund gets her own rebound on the end boards, tried to pull it back around, but that was picked up and carried out by Team Keller. It's Reagan Rust getting the job done. Here's a shot from the point that whistled wide. It's coming off the bench was Jocelyn Lamoureux. They work with it back out to Lamoureux. High slot, winds, fires, deflected wide. Shooting gallery right now at the Team Decker end as Keller is looking to extend the lead. But they're going to come out with this one, this Team Decker. They'll get it out to center. Blake Bolden will try to kind of run that off along the near side wall, and will do so. Shoves it back into the zone. Now picked up and carried out to center. Here is Decker over the line. Feeds one out in front. Zalewski with a shot. That one was wide of the net. It's on the end wall. Decker's got it there. Decker trying to roll off some pressure. Comes out into the corner. Decker looking for a lane. Goes out center point. He's got Ghilardi there. They'll just wrap it back around, and Kendall Coyne will dig it free. Coyne, near side corner. Challenged closely by Harmon. Coyne puts on the Jets. Almost got hooked by Scamora. She might have gotten one away with one there. She got slowed, but end result is Decker battling on the near side, trying to outmaneuver a couple of players. Now Harmon can't get away from Decker. Great forecheck to keep this alive by Coyne as she's back on the scene. Coyne centers in front, had an opportunity for Decker. Sort of fanned on the shot, got it out to the point. Shot whistled wide. Coyne behind the net, looking, played it out in front again. Harmon broke that up. Zalewski puts it out to the point. Now out to Decker, near corner. Decker looking, pressured by Bolden. Carries it out high, right out to the side for Ghilardi. Her shot whistled wide. Coyne to the rebound. Backhanded out in front. Nobody's there, though, except for Monique Lamoureux. Tried to clear, hit her own player, but got it back. And she is going to hold and now flip it ahead through center. Great pressure from Team Decker here as we pass the midpoint of the first period, but they can't find the equalizer as of yet. Not for want of trying. Katie Bird has been tremendous so far for Team Keller. Here's another opportunity for Team Decker. Hillary Knight through traffic into the slot on the backhand. Now we'll pull it back out to the point. It rolls over the stick of Colzer, and here comes Team Keller the other way. In over the line with it is D'Arcangelo. It's dropped back out to the point for Flanagan. Centered out in front, and that was deflected to the far side corner. Now it's picked up there and moved back out to Keller left point. Here's a shot wide off the end boards. It ricochets to the near side. Kept alive by Team Keller. Nope, it was almost kept alive by Team Keller, but that puck did manage to squirrel its way out of the zone. Offsides is the whistle. And a face-off coming up at center with 8:37 left to go in this first period. 1-0 is our score. Team Keller with the early lead on the goal by Danielle Cameronisi. In the first minute, about 45 seconds into this game, Cameronisi was able to knock home a bouncing puck that made it 1-0. Several opportunities for Team Decker to tie it in this game, but it's been Katie Berth that's kept them off the board. Action deep in the Team Decker end as Reagan Rust works her back around behind the net, and there's a battle on the end boards. Finally, Team Decker's going to work this out to center. Nice play, though, by Rachel Aid to break up that outlet pass and send it back in. Aid and Lund are battling along the near wall. Works behind the net, centered out in front, but that puck was upset a little bit and bounced over some sticks out to the point. Now here's a wrister deflected, but wide. Rebound back out in front, and it's tucked home. A great bounce for Team Keller. And there wasn't a whole lot that Alice Cavallini could do about that one because it went wide to the one side of the post, hit the end boards just right, and came back out on the other side. And judging from the reaction, looks like one of the 20s is going to get credit for this, but I believe it's Hannah Brandt that's going to get credit for this goal. So a 2-0 lead now for Team Keller with just under 8 minutes left to go in the first period. They announced Blake Bolden, but I'm not 100% convinced of that. But regardless, it is a 2-0 lead. The 20 that scored that goal skated back out and took the face-off, and that would be Hannah Brandt. we'll get to the bottom of it later. They're both on the ice right now, Brandt and Bolden trailing the play as Brandt scoops it in deep. Going after it will be Alyssa Ghilardi. Ghilardi's going to get this return pass in her own zone, and she'll move it ahead to center. Nice poke check by Monique Lamoureux to break up that play, but Team Decker still in control in their own end. They don't want to let this get too far out of hand. A lot of hockey to be played, but a 2-0 deficit with the way Katie Burt's been going. They want to keep that deficit to a minimum. Here's Monique Lamoureux ahead through center. Cuts in over the line. Finally has it taken away, and here comes Team Decker the other way. Losing an edge, though, was a Team Decker forward, and it gets into the zone on the near side. It's worked back out to the point. A shot whistles wide of the net. Back after it on that far side. Now they're loose out in front. A shot by Stecklein is partially blocked. Comes to the near side corner. Panic couldn't settle that, and it ends up along the near side wall. Panic's going to get this back, though. Panic very high in the zone, finally loses her footing, and it slides out to center, and that will force Team Decker back into their own end to reset. 5:44 left to go, first period. 2-0 is our score. The blue team on the ice right now, Team Keller, is in the lead. Team Decker in the white jerseys. As it's dumped in deep, Keller trying to close down Lund in the right wing corner of the Team Keller zone. Darkangelo and Keller both in on the action with Lund and a couple of other combatants from Team Decker. Finally, it's worked around to the near side, and the battle will continue to head up ice as Grusho will put it over to Keller. Keller trying to spin away. Some great forechecking here from Team Decker. A lot of it coming from Regan Haley. Now finally they'll escape the zone as Grusho will scoop it in and let it go just wide of the net. Cavallini will watch that go to safety, and now Team Decker will recover and come out to almost center. It's knocked down by Brandt, who got it back into the zone. Team Decker still with control, but trying to elude them. Some forechecking here as they've got their hands full with both Amanda Kessel and Hannah Brandt. Finally, it does escape the zone, but it's disrupted at center, and now Team Keller going the other way quickly. Here's Cameron Nisi with a shot. That one was deflected wide. It goes to the far corner where Brandt will scoop it back down to the end boards. Cameron Nisi pulls it free, works it out toward the left point, kept in there by Aid, but it ricochets out to center, and they'll go back to Rust at her own line. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go in this first period. 2-0 Team Keller with the lead over Team Decker here at the PWHPA Women's Hockey Showcase, the Philadelphia stop, the 5th stop on this tour. Team Turnbull had a big win in the first game, 7-2 over Team Nurse. And now this second game of the day will determine our championship opponent for Team Turnbull in tomorrow's 2 p.m. Eastern Time championship game. Haley Scamora is working in her own end, and she'll play a rink-wide pass that'll be furthered ahead by Lee Stecklein. Does get it out to center, but it's fired right back in. Both of these teams seem to have a little bit of difficulty at the moment dealing with the other's forecheck. It's a headman pass again off the mark, and it's picked up by Bolden and fired back in, but that comes right to Lee Stecklein, and Stecklein trying to back away from the pressure from Monique Lamoureux. Lamoureux swats it off her stick, and it comes back out to the point, briefly kept in, but now here's a chance the other way for Team Decker. Moving in, it's Hillary Knight. Shoots! Save made by Burt. Got a piece of that with the shaft of her goalie stick, and now Jocelyn Lamoureux tried to pull it free. Instead, it goes behind the net. Here's Knight, winds, fires, saved by Burt. Bolden played it behind her net and got it to Savannah Harmon, and Harmon moved it ahead. Scamora continued it along, but Team Decker picks it back up, and they're coming back the other way. Harmon's behind her net, looking ahead, and does get it out of the zone. It'll come right to the stick of Ghilardi. Rather, that is Stecklein. A couple of number 2s out there as well for Decker. Over the line, it's Nicole Anderson trying to drop pass. That one went awry, and coming the other way is Morgan Turner. Turner taken nicely to the corner, but cuts back out in front. Got a short angle shot off. Save was made, but the rebound is loose. Their battle for it. Cavallini's trying to seal that up, and now finally It's played away from danger. And now a nice pass off the boards to herself for Margot Lund. Lund moves in, shoots it just high and wide. Excellent effort, though, by Lund to get out of jail and end up with a great scoring opportunity deep in her own end. Rather the offensive end, I should say, is Hannah Brandt trying to make some hay, but loses the handle. Clearing attempt, though, was intercepted. Here's a shot through a screen and a save made by Cavallini. The rebound is loose, and it comes to the near wall now, where it's controlled and put out to the point once more. Here's Reagan Rust. Fires one wide. Still loose in the circle. Another shot whistled just wide off the stick of Hannah Brandt. Here's Cameron Easy again with another opportunity. That one high off the glass. And it's on the right side boards now as they battle to keep it alive, does Team Keller. Amanda Kessel, drop pass. Here's a shot by Aid that was blocked into the far side corner. Now back out to Bolden. She'll fire. That was deflected, but it went wide. Last minute of play in this run and gun first period. Team Keller trying to make it to the locker room with a 2-goal lead or more. Cameron Easy onto this loose puck. Turned it toward the net. It was blocked. Cameron Easy got it back. They battle for it, and it's pulled free now by Kessel. Tried to play it down for Lamoureux, but she lost an edge. It pops out in front for Cavallini, who gobbles it up. Alex Cavallini's got a little connection to Philadelphia. Flyers goaltender Brian Elliott, also a Wisconsin product, and Cavallini trains with Elliott and a select group of elite players back in Wisconsin during the off seasons. Here's Bolden off the point, off the draw. That was blocked, and we got a chance the other way for Team Decker. Down the left side is Coyne with speed. Shoots, save made by Burt, and a great back check there by Savannah Harmon to get in there and disrupt Kendall Coyne's shot. Coyne was off to the races, but Harmon just somehow closed that gap and got a stick on the shot. Made things a little bit easier on Katie Burt. Not that she's needed much help in this first period. She's been just fantastic as Coyne works at the high point. A shot whistled wide of the net, more of a pass, but Burt had to go get that loose puck and get it out of harm's way. 10 seconds left in the period as Bolden's got it behind her own net, but a forecheck is disrupting things. Anika Zalewski's all over her. And finally, the horn will sound as Team Keller was just trying to get to that buzzer and get to the locker room with this 2-goal lead, which they are able to do, and they're able to do it thanks to some tremendous goaltending. An early goal for Danielle Cameronisi in this one. And then Hannah Brandt added the second to get us to this 2-0 score after one period of play. So a fantastic first period of this second game of our first day of the showcase. Team Keller and Team Decker. Team Keller leads at 2-0 after one period of play. We're going to step aside. We will be back with coverage of the second period of this terrific matchup in just a moment when we return here at Virtua Center Flyers Skate Zone in Voorhees, New Jersey.
Leading up to the All-Star weekend, I didn't really know the conversations that were being had up until 4 hours before when I got a call that said you're going to be the first woman to compete in the NHL All-Star Skills Competition. I was so excited because I knew this moment was going to break a lot of barriers, it was going to open a lot of doors, and it was going to change the landscape of women's hockey forever. When I got to the starting line, I do remember feeling the pressure of knowing that I cannot fall, I cannot stumble. You have to have a clean run or the narrative changes to I told you so. The women don't belong. As soon as the whistle blew, I just went and everything was a blur. And 14.346 seconds later, here we are. It was a moment that proved women belong in the sport of ice hockey, and a moment that all of us have worked so hard for. That's the moment you dream about. We were able to showcase ourselves at the NHL level, and so I think it's time that we start to get the respect that we deserve. We're put in the same conversation. We're all hockey players. There's a lot of stereotypes that come with playing a sport that's considered male dominant. I've heard it all. I've been told I'm not big enough, not strong enough. So just to be a visible living proof that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, regardless of your size. It is pretty cool, and it just makes me so excited to see all these young girls sending videos to me of them skating and doing their lap, and now they can aspire to compete in the NHL All-Star Skills Competition because that barrier has been broke.
Good morning, everyone. Activities are about to commence. Before they do, say hi to Jen Soto, our newest team member. We can all do amazing things on our own, but together, we can do so much more. And most importantly, have fun. You're smiling, you're doing it right. Change is a team sport. We'd be honored to be on a team with you.
We all have dreams. Ours,
They set showcases,
celebrates, and fairly compensates.
best female hockey players in
A place that inspires young girls
and professional hockey players.
or anything else they want to be. But right now,
That league doesn't exist. There's a gap.
but we believe, with hard work and the support of the hockey community,
Our dream for a league will come true.
so future generations of girls
And dream big too.
can dream big too.
Can dream big too.
Can dream big too.
Welcome back to Game 2 of our PWHPA Women's Hockey Showcase here in Philadelphia. Virtua Center Flyers skate zone just outside of the city in Voorhees, New Jersey. The training center of the Philadelphia Flyers. After one period of play, Team Keller has a 2-0 lead over Team Decker. The PWHPA wishes to express thanks to our partners, the NHLPA, Adidas Hockey, Dunkin' Donuts, Bauer Hockey, BioSteel Sports, Ballard Spar, and Hosier Hockey. And just a little message from the PWHPA. We are fortunate to be ambassadors of this great game, but now more than ever, we understand the responsibility that comes with that ambassadorship to leave this game in better shape than when we entered it. We may represent different teams, leagues, and countries, but this sport is one family, and the time is now for us to unite. This is the moment we've been waiting for, our moment to come together and say we deserve more. Time for a long-term, viable professional league that will showcase the greatest product of women's professional hockey in the world. And by watching today, you've chosen to stand beside us to create a brighter future for our game. And for that, we thank you. We're underway here in period number 2. Team Keller with the 2-0 lead. They are in the dark uniforms, the navy blues. And Team Decker is in the white uniforms here for this first game of the second game of the first day of the series, I should say. The winner of this game is going to take on Team Turnbull in our championship game, which will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Time. Consolation game will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, so we would love to have you back with us for both of those contests on the second day of this showcase tomorrow late morning, early afternoon. Team Keller trying to extend their lead here in the early goings. They got a goal 45 seconds into the first period. That's not going to happen here in the second, but Team Decker is trying to finally get one past Katie Burt, who was tremendous in the first period of this second game for Team Keller. This is Brianna Decker working with it along the boards near her bench. It's dumped into the corner now, and Team Decker will get a change as the puck transitions over to the far side boards. It's scooped toward the net. Bouncing puck was settled and cleared by Blake Bolden. And now here comes Team Keller up through center. Down the right side, it's Monique Lamoureux. She'll send it around behind the net. It's settled by Cavallini and picked up by Panic, moved ahead to center. Bounces over some sticks, and it's chased down into that right wing corner. Hacked out along the near side wall, and now chased down into the end boards. Comes back out to the point, held in there. A shot was deflected, but it ricochets to that far corner. And now here comes Team Keller the other way. Cavallini around behind the net to settle it. She'll shove it toward the far wall. Quick shot was blocked, and Lee Steckline will play it past Jocelyn Lamoureux around to the near side, where it's picked up by Matheson, and she'll headman to center. Hillary Knight sends it in deep. Will leave on a change. Chasing it down for Team Keller is Reagan Rust. Rust. And for Haley Skamura into the zone off sides. Morgan Turner was just a little bit early. And so the faceoff will be back out at center. Neutral zone draw just outside the Team Decker end. And it'll be controlled by Haley off the near side for Colzer. Cleared but not out. Dumped back to the far corner. First one there is Melissa Samsikevich, and she'll play it back for Colzer behind the net. Colzer rolls off a check from Grusho. Now she's trying to get away from some further forechecking by Darkangelo. Finally pulled free by Haley, and she'll skate it up the wall. Turner pressured, but Haley's able to get it back out to center. They battle for it along the near boards just outside the Team Decker line. And now Colzer is going to move it ahead to center. Long for Anderson. Sends it in wide of the net. It was settled by Burt and picked up by Keller. And now they battle for it in that far corner. It'll be picked up by Team Keller, rather. Kelly Flanagan is going to carry this out to center for a Keller. And along into the zone Turner's got Gallardi tied up, could not quite reach it, but it's pulled free. Here's a chance, a shot deflected up over the net. Cameron Easy looking for her second, but some great stick work from Casey Bellamy to get back and get a stick on that one and deflect it out of harm's way. Team Decker controls off the draw. It's Gallardi behind her net. Plays it rink wide, deflected by Coyne, but not quite out of the zone. Cameron Easy's going to try to chase this down, but beating her to it is Casey Bellamy. Bellamy, headman pass to Coyne. She'll play it rink wide to Decker. Kick down into the zone. Decker's going to chase it. She's beaten to it, though, by Blake Bolden. They'll battle on the end boards. Decker trying to pull it free, leaned into, spun around, but couldn't find a passing lane. Now it's finally worked back out to the point. Sent back down toward Bellamy. Decker let it go through into the corner. Now carried back out by Coyne toward the point. Rink wide pass. Gallardi will just send it down into the corner. Bolden pressures it forward to the corner. It's shot back out to the point. Gallardi will settle this at center, but it'll be time for Team Decker to get out. Now they lose the handle on it. Here comes Hannah Brandt looking to shoot. Couldn't get all the backhand. Now the other shot hit the side of the net. Brandt couldn't quite turn that on net. And Gallardi's going to move this ahead quickly to Hillary Knight. Knight with a step on a great back check to snuff that out. Reagan Russ getting back quickly on Knight to prevent the scoring opportunity. We've played 5 minutes of the second period. Still 2-0. Team Keller on the strength of 2 first-period goals, one from Danielle Cameronisi early in the contest, just about 45 seconds into the first period. And then Hannah Brandt made it 2-0 with about 8 minutes left to go in the first. Hillary Knight behind the net, puts one on the circle, a shot whistled wide off the stick of Lee Steckline. And that's going to ricochet all the way down into the corner where Alex Cavallini will come to pick it up. Cavallini played it up the near wall. It was deflected by Jocelyn Lamoureux, but pulled in by Steckline. She's trying to get away from Monique Lamoureux behind the net. Nice pass to Matheson, who's able to clear the zone. Team Keller puts it right back in, but Steckline will play it to Matheson, and they'll turn it up ice. Cross-ice pass was gloved down by Scamora. And Scamora trying to keep that going by any means necessary. Gets it into the zone, and it's pushed back to Steckline. She'll retreat behind her net and wait to start a breakout with Jocelyn Lamoureux looking on. Long stretch pass by Steckline, found a forward at the line. That was Knight, and she able to play a pass off to a speedy Matheson, but Matheson could not get into a shooting position. Keller coming the other way now. A pass was out of the reach of Morgan Turner, and now it ends up back at the Team Keller line. Here comes Megan Keller down the right side. The defenseman leading the charge. Flipped it out to Turner. Just overskated the pass. Here's Matheson going the other way. She's all by herself. He'll pull up at the line after running into a defender and just scoops it down into the right side corner. Now around behind the net. It'll be controlled by Team Keller. Now it's battled for along the far boards from our camera vantage point. Around behind the net it goes. Pulled free. And Team Decker resetting at the line. A shot wide of the net, kind of a half shot, half pass by Jenna Ratcliffe, looking for someone going to that far post. Now Megan Keller's going to control in space for her squad. A headman pass to Casey Bellamy. And this is Darkangelo with it. Darkangelo trying to get away from some pressure. Samsikevich is there to pick it up and moves it ahead to Zalewski. Swept off her stick, and now we've got a penalty. Hannah Brandt was taken out along the boards, and our first penalty of this game goes against Team Decker. We'll have a power play for Team Keller. So 12-14 left to go in this second period. Anika Zalewski was the guilty party on the penalty, so it'll be a power play here for Team Keller looking to add to their lead. Here's a shot that's blocked wide of the net. It ricochets all the way around to the near boards where Hannah Brandt's going to glove this down. Brandt tried to work it out to the point, deflected by Decker, but Brandt got it back. Amanda Kessel in the near corner. Kessel looking to center. Shifted out to the point by Bellamy. Now a pass down for Brandt, and her deflection went through the goal mouth, but wide. Brandt will chase this back down. Now here's Kessel on the near side. She'll work it out to the point. Savannah Harmon goes point to point. She'll get it back now off the shot that was blocked in front. Kessel into the circle. Back over to Brandt. Deflected by Decker, but Brandt's able to pull it in. Here's Kessel near circle. Kessel looking. Cameron Easy didn't get all that shot. Decker will pick that up, fired it off the glass, but knocked down by Cameron Easy. They'll keep this alive. 45 seconds left on the power play, and most of it's been in this end. Rachel Aid, shot was blocked. Kendall Coyne's just going to fire this down the length of the ice. It will roll in on Burt, and she will deflect it out to the right side. A quick turnaround the other way for Team Keller. Lamoureux tried to push it out to the point. Monique Lamoureux is there. Now to Jocelyn Lamoureux. Moving in toward the net. Lamoureux in. Save made. Cavallini rebounds loose. And she'll cover it up. Jocelyn and Monique Lamoureux hooking up for the give and go. And Jocelyn walked right in on net. But Cavallini was able to shut that down. And the faceoff coming up with 18 seconds left on the power play. Here's Monique Lamoureux on the half wall. She'll switch places with Jocelyn and keep it down around behind the net. Now back to Jocelyn in the corner. Jocelyn works it out to the high slot. Back to Jocelyn, winds, fire, save, made Cavallini, no rebound, and Monique Lamoureux was right there looking for one. This Team Keller power play is looking extremely impressive, but not able to solve Alice Cavallini as of yet. 1 second left, and now with the puck being dropped, the penalty is over. We're back to full strength, but Team Keller is still on the attack, looking to get on the board, or excuse me, looking to extend the lead. They're up 2-0 here as we hit the halfway point of this game 2 of our Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. Lamoureux and Steckline battling on that far wall. And now finally it comes to Keller in the zone of the team that she is captaining here. A long pass was just out of the reach, and it will be ruled an icing. And so the face-off is headed back the other way. Only 2 goals in this game are in the first period, 45 seconds in. Danny Cameronisi was able to open the scoring early. Then Hannah Brandt put one home with just over 8 minutes left to go in the period. Team Decker has been close to getting on the board on several occasions in this game, but it has been Katie Burt that's kept them off the board. Here's Scamora trying to come to the net, but she couldn't round the corner. Now she squeaks one through and scores. Haley Scamora tried to go to one side of the net, ran out of real estate, came around behind the net, and just pushed it back out in front, and it found a way past. Scamora just on the backhand, really from behind the net, shot that. And Cavallini just could not quite seal the post. So a heads-up play by Scamora to keep that going after running out of space on the initial bid. And she has given Team Keller a 3-0 lead just past the halfway point of the second period. Puck in on Katie Burt is gobbled up as Burt hadn't seen a lot of action in the last few minutes thanks to her team's stellar power play efforts. So the Hill gets A little steeper for Team Decker with 9 minutes left to go in the second period. A pretty close save by Alex Cavallini as she watched that all the way in off the stick of Alexa Grusho. Alex Cavallini, until recently known as Alex Rigsby, out of the University of Wisconsin. She was on the 2018 gold medal team for Team USA, did not play in the tournament, but a key member of that squad. Another member of that squad, Brianna Decker, is in to take this face-off, and she'll go against another Olympian, Hannah Brandt. There are over 24 Olympians in this showcase this weekend. 14 members of Team USA are in this game tonight. That is unbelievable. You can come here and see hockey of that quality. As Kessel tried to drop pass that Cameronese couldn't get to initially because she was tied up by Decker, but she throws it out in front and it's deflected in on Cavallini to get the whistle and the stoppage of play. So the best in the world in the women's game here this weekend for these two games. Got two more tomorrow, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Eastern time. Love to have you along with us for the final two contests of this showcase. Here comes Kendall Coyne through center. Coyne, drop pass to Decker. Decker sachets around a defender, get it back out to Gallardi, back to Decker. Decker goes back out to the point for Bellamy. Bellamy throws one on that save. Burt, rebound was there, but it's kicked to the corner. And now Gallardi had it roll over her stick, but Bellamy will come back and get it at center. It's knocked off Bellamy's stick, and it comes to Brandt, who on her knees is able to corral that, trying to get away from Gallardi, who's also playing from her knees, but able to disrupt that a little bit. Now Jocelyn Lamoureux trying to outduel Kendall Coyne, who wants to clear. Lamoureux and Gallardi and sorted others tied up in that far boards. Now Bellamy runs into someone in the circle. She's going to end up with that loose puck. That was Jocelyn Lamoureux that Bellamy collided with. Bellamy into some space around Scamora, the goal scorer, here in the second period. And she'll get it in cleared, and Team Decker will complete a change. 7:15 left to go, second period. 3-0 Team Keller, looking to advance to tomorrow's championship game against Team Turnbull. 7-2 winners in the first game of our showcase a few hours ago. Team Turnbull coming ahead of Team Nurse in game number one. Goaltending really has been one of the highlights of these games so far. We have a pretty good matchup going on here as we've got a hooking penalty coming up. It's going to be against Team Keller, and so Team Decker is going to get a power play opportunity. But in the first game, Team Nurse Erica Howe had as good a game as you'll see from what ended up being a 7-2 defeat. The first period, especially from Erica Howe, was rather unbelievable. And then on the other side of things for Team Turnbull, really, Genevieve Lacasse didn't have a lot to do in the first period, but the rest of the game, she was absolutely outstanding. In this one, it's Katie Burt and Alex Cavallini who are putting on a show so far for these fans here tonight. It's Monique Lamoureux, I believe, in the box for, it's Jocelyn Lamoureux, excuse me, in the box for hooking. And so that leads us to our Team Decker power play. They're trying to get on the board here, down 3-0 as we approach 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Team Keller is able to clear, and Emily Matheson's going to have to go back and get this one. Matheson having some trouble with Alexa Grusho, but finally will turn it ahead to Hillary Knight, and Knight will dump it in deep. Some forechecking of pressure is applied, but Team Keller is able to get to it and fire it all the way down. Cavallini is going to settle. Here comes Kendall Coyne. She's got some room, and she's going to fly up the right side. Coyne looking to cut back out in front. Had it knocked away as she tried to pull it around the defender. They end up in the corner. It'll be battled for there by multiple members of both parties. Now out to Casey Bellamy at the right point. Bellamy faked the shot, puts it to Ghilardi, back to Bellamy onto the right side. Decker pushed it to the corner. She almost got it back, but it was intercepted. Now she'll pull it free, still loose along this far wall, and finally sent the length of the ice by Team Keller. 28 seconds left to go on the power play as Casey Bellamy starts things out from her own end. Right side, it's Annika Zalewski, and she'll go rink wide. Be pushed into the zone, but it's picked up by Amanda Kessel, who spins away from some pressure and banks it ahead to center. Now here comes Cameron Nisi looking for more. One goal tonight already, finally dispossessed by Bellamy. Bellamy trying to get away from Kessel. Cameron Nisi comes up with it. It's back to her now. Center back in front. Shot was blocked. Give and go, Cameron Nisi to Hannah Brandt, and Brandt with a great opportunity, but too much traffic in front. Now Ghilardi banked it off the boards, trying to move it out to center. Knocked down. Bellamy finally will complete the task. Kessel pushes it back to the line, but Ghilardi's there to move it ahead. We're back to full strength. Penalty time has expired a little bit ago. We're coming up on 4 minutes left to go in the second period. 3-0 Team Keller with the lead over Team Decker here in this second game of the Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. Here comes Danny Cameronisi down the right side. She comes in more or less by herself during a line change, trying to tie things up into the corner. Applying pressure is Jenna Ratcliffe. It's popped free, though. Jocelyn Lamoureux gets it back to the point. Flanagan with a drive save made by Cavallini, and the rebound is controlled by Haley. She's going to try to spring Larson up the right side. Sansakevich off to Kolzer. Kolzer tried to get it to Haley. She was tied up. Comes to Lund, but she can't get a stick to it. Jocelyn Lamoureux trying to hold off Kolzer. Couldn't do that either, but they do keep it in. Here's Kimura with a shot, and Cavallini got a piece of that with a glove. And from a sharp angle, Monique Lamoureux decided to see what might happen. That one went harmlessly through to the far side. Keller on the far boards will scoop it back out towards center, and it's picked up and carried in by Scamora. Her shot is deflected up into the netting and out of play. We get a whistle with 2:57 left to go in this second period. 3-0 is our score. Team Keller with the lead. Kelly Panic and Megan Keller, part of the leadership of this group. Panic wins the draw back to Stecklin in the near corner, and she'll play it around behind the net for Emily Matheson. Ahead to Panic, who's got some room. Goes past Knight into the zone, puts it back out to the point. Here's Steckline. Steps around Lamoureux. Now spins back from the corner. Worked it out to Matheson, who will just send it back in around behind the net. Matheson now will chase it down. Keller is going to push this ahead, and Jocelyn Lamoureux banks it off the wall out to center. Had trouble getting around Matheson after that loose puck, so Steckline's able to get to it. And on the backhand, listed ahead to Kendall Coyne. Moving in, Coyne pokes it home and scores! The speed that made her famous in NHL circles a year ago earns the goal here as Kendall Coyne was able to just poke that one through the pads of Katie Burt. She gets around the defender and just a little push as Burt went for the poke check, but Coyne's able to push it home, and she gets Team Decker on the board. It is 3-1 with 2:14 left to go here in the second period. Lee Steckline draws an assist on that goal. And so some life for Team Decker here late in the period as they're able to close this lead back to 2, 3-1. That could be a huge goal. It's a 2-goal deficit going into the third is much better than a 3, obviously. Doesn't take any analytics to figure that out. Here's Decker in the far corner, sending it back around behind the net. Coyne is trying to dig this free. Coyne almost got it back out in front, but that centering pass was blocked to the corner, and Gallardi's going to run this down. Gallardi's out there by herself during a change. Finally, reinforcements arrive, and she's still got possession. Now here's a drive from the high slot. That one knocked down. It's loose in the circle, chopped at, and finally pushed to the near side wall. Now pulls free. Here's a shot from a sharp angle turned aside by Burt, and it's flipped up over the glass and out of play. Or excuse me, my eyes deceived me. I thought that went into the bench, but it kept going. So we will continue with Gallardi on the near side. Gallardi pushes it along for Bellamy, but it's blocked by Kessel. Got it out of the mess to the near side. Brandt is in here as well on the forecheck. Bellamy is finally going to come away with it. Bellamy trying to get away from Kessel. Those two have some common ground in this building. They both had brothers that were part of the Philadelphia Flyers system at one point. Blake Kessel and Rob Bellamy at two different times were members of the Flyers farm system and did training camps in this building. Now they're here together in this Dream Gap Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. Here comes Team Keller down the left side. It's Cameron Nisi. Drops it off for Kessel. Looking to shoot. Poked away, though, by Kolzer. 5 seconds left. We'll see what they can do. Here's Larson. Head of steam. Fires. Blockered away by Burt. And we get the horn in the end of period number 2. So a 3-1 lead for Team Keller, but a huge late goal by Kendall Coyne to get Team Decker on the board and pull them within 2. They'll be within striking distance, of course, when we come back for the third period in just a moment here at Virtua Center. Flyers skate zone in Voorhees, New Jersey. The PWHPA Women's Hockey Showcase, part of the Dream Gap Tour, stop number 5 here this weekend. One more period left to go here in day number 1. We'll take a break and we'll come back with third period action for you in just a little bit. It's 3-1. Team Keller leading Team Decker after 2. Welcome back to our Game 2 of the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association Women's Hockey Showcase, the Dream Cap Tour here in Philadelphia. We are at the Virtua Center Flyers Skate Zone in Voorhees, New Jersey. Just a few miles outside the city, the training facility of the Philadelphia Flyers. It is 3-1 here in game number 2. Team Keller leading Team Decker as we head into the third period. The PWHPA wishes to express thanks to our partners, the NHLPA, Adidas Hockey, Dunkin' Donuts, Bauer Hockey, BioSteel Sports, Ballard Spar, and Hoser Hockey. We've had a couple of fantastic games so far here this evening. A 7-2 win earlier for Team Turnbull over Team Nurse. That was a lot closer, I think, than that final score indicated. And some excellent goaltending on both sides really throughout that game in game 1. And then here in game 2, it has been a hotly contested affair as we get a scoring opportunity right off the hop, just 13 seconds in for Team Keller trying to add to this lead. But a goal from Kendall Coyne late in that second period pulled Team Decker within 2, and that's where we start things here in the final 20 minutes of play. Amanda Kessel on the right side at her line went Rick wide to Keller, and Keller trying to skate away from Annika Zalewski. Keller turns it up ice. It's poked off her stick, but it comes right to Callie Flanagan, who moves it ahead to Kessel, tipped along into the zone. But Team Decker will control there. Kendall Coyne down the left wing. Rink-wide pass intercepted off the bench by Savannah Harmon. Harmon with a head of steam. Dishes a pass off. Goes to the net. And the puck ends up wide of the net. A great back check there to break that up. They're still threatening, though, is Team Keller. Oh, another outstanding effort on the defensive side of things for Team Decker, and they will come away with it. Wrap back around behind the net and push back to Bolden in the corner. Hillary Knight with the pressure, and Panic got it back out to the point. Steckline goes rink wide to Matheson. Around behind the net, thrown out in front by Larson. And it's picked up at center, but here comes Team Decker back in, but they're off sides as Panic could not quite drag that back foot in time. Face-off will be just outside the Keller zone. Team Decker controls the draw, tried to enter the zone, but broken up by Scamora. Come back out to Larson. She loses her footing as she sends it in. And Rust is going to pick it up for Team Keller. Banked off the boards out to center. Lamoureux pushing it along. Got blocked down, but she got back on the second opportunity. We'll get it into the zone. Fired off the boards, and here comes Larson down the left side. Larson stepped around one defender, couldn't get around a second. It comes to Matheson, who she took it in deep and backhanded one through the crease. It continued through to the far wall. Here's Aid in her own end. Over for Rust to head off the boards, looking for Jocelyn Lamoureux. Bounced off her stick and comes back to the possession of Team Decker. Here they come in over the line. This is Lund with it. Lund on the backhand save made by Burt. Rebound is loose, and Haley gets to it. We'll turn it back toward the corner. Haley near side. Put it out in front. They score! Margot Lund on the backhand. Off the terrific feed from Regan Haley, and it gets through Burt. And just like that, we have got a one-goal game. It's 3-2. Haley carried it into the corner, and just a blind pass out in front. And getting a stick to it was Margot Lund. And just like that, Team Decker has closed within a goal. So Lund goes into the corner after having just scored the goal, and it's picked up and flipped ahead. Shots are 24-19 in favor of Team Keller, but the last two goals have gone the way of Team Decker, and they're back within one. It's 3-2. Faceoff's going to be in the right side circle of the Team Decker zone. It's controlled by Gallardi off the faceoff, and she'll send it around for Casey Bellamy. Nice headman pass to Decker with speed. Decker hits Zaluski. Shot deflected wide of the net. Great defensive effort by Megan Keller to get a foot in the way of that shot and send it wide. Still threatening, though, is Team Decker. Out to the point. A wrister whistles wide. Keller goes with Coyne to the end boards, trying to dig it free. Coyne and Decker, or Keller rather, all tied up. Coyne able to push it back out to Gallardi on the point. Back around to Coyne behind the net. Coyne takes a look, flips it out in front. Turnaround shot from Decker. Whistle just wide. Zaluski trying to get to that loose puck, but beaten to it by D'Arcangelo, and she'll move it out to center. Now backhanded in on goal and gloved and held. Faceoff's going to be in the right side circle. Here's a shot on goal that's steered aside. It's loose to the left of the net. Taking a real hard look at the Team Decker goal. It looks like Jenna Ratcliffe has come in for this third period. Alice Cavallini played the first two periods. And again, she's a good 200 feet away from us, but that does appear to be Ratcliffe in the net for Team Decker here for period number 3. Hillary Knight trying to skate out of a pack of 3 defenders. Now it drops back to Matheson, who plays it off the far boards, and here comes Team Keller in the other way. Here's a chance, a shot, they score! Savannah Harmon down the left side, and she beats Ratcliffe from the left circle. So Harmon restores the 2-goal lead. It's 4-2 with 15:02 left in the third. So an unassisted goal for Savannah Harmon makes it 4-2 once again. 5 minutes gone here in the third period. A 2-goal lead once again, I should say. It was not 4-2 before. It was 3-1. Perhaps you get the point. Here's Jocelyn Lamoureux working in the offensive zone. Now behind the net, Monique Lamoureux along to Jocelyn in the right wing corner. Out to the point. A shot wide of the net. That off the stick of Reagan Rust. Now Team Decker pulls it free. They've got some numbers if they hurry. It's Kelsey Colzier. Her shot was deflected high up over the glass and into the netting, out of play. So a face-off coming up in the Team Keller zone. 14:21 left to go in the third period. 4-2 our score. Team Keller with the lead. Each team with a goal here so far in the third. .26-20 our shots on goal in favor of Team Keller. Shot from the point was blocked, and it'll be controlled by Monique Lamoureux on the right side. Rink-wide pass moved ahead by Aid. And the puck now back into the Team Keller zone the other way. Out to the point. Gallardi sends it back down the wall. It's battled for on the near side. Decker pulls it free. Here is Decker. Walks it up the point. Decker, center point, goes to the left side circle. This is Bellamy with it. Bellamy got it back out center point. Shot whistled in on net. Is gloved and held by Katie Burt. And she gets the whistle with 13:38 left to go in the third period. It is still 4-2. Team Decker with the lead. So we've got a championship matchup tomorrow, 2 p.m. in the East. Consolation game is 11 a.m. We'll have both of those games here for you on these same streaming channels at the PWHPA. We hope to have you tuned in with us for those. Puck battle on the end boards. Pops out in front. Blocker save made. A gorgeous blocker save by Jenna Ratcliffe as that puck just squirted out of nowhere out in front of the net. And we got a whistle, and the puck was played with a high stick at some point. But a fantastic stop by Jenna Ratcliffe. Faceoff's going to be out at center as that high stick infraction was committed by Team Keller, so they'll pull it now the other way. Here comes Larson into the zone. Threw one across the goal mouth that was blockered aside by Burt. On the far boards, now it's picked up and fired in toward the net. Burt got a pad down on that as that puck came through traffic. Hillary Knight's there with Keller and Larson and Grushow, and Kaylee Flanagan is here. They work it all free out to the point. Now shoved to the far side corner where Knight settles it down. Here's Larson looking to center. Instead goes to the point. Steckline winds, fires, deflected up over the glass and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the zone with 12:33 left in this third period. Our first game tonight was a 7-2 win for Team Turnbull over Team Nurse. And so Team Turnbull will play in the 2 p.m. game tomorrow. Team Nurse will play in the 11 a.m. game. We'll know our opponents after the next 12 minutes or so as Steckline works back in her own end. Headman pass into the zone, but it's knocked free. And spinning away from traffic is Blake Bolden. Comes to Kessel on the near side wall as she's pressured. She scoops it out to center, and Cameron Nisi now has it on the right wing. Cameron Nisi. Touch pass out to Bolden. Pushes it back over left point. Shot. Goes through some traffic. Cameron Nisi was coming across looking for a deflection, but got her stick lifted. And Team Decker is able to clear, but Team Keller will control in their own end. It's Bolden, headman pass to Kessel. She'll scoop it in from the red line. Not a lot of steam on that, so Melissa Samsikiewicz will run that down, and she'll send it all the way down behind Burt, and she'll leave it for Aid. Rachel Aid up through center on her horse, going into the right side circle. Tried to turn it toward the net. Now will do so, but that's intercepted and cleared by Team Decker. And now Team Decker coming the other way. On the right side is Nicole Anderson. Drop pass, shot blocked nicely by Scamora. And Lund, the original shooter, went to the far boards, threw one out of the outside of the post. Here's Anderson behind the net for Lund. Poked off her stick by Aid. Went out in front anyway, and Burt's got to pull that in and get a whistle. Haley and Anderson were both circling around looking for anything that might pop out, but Burt's able to just reach out with a glove and pull that in. And so face-off coming up to her left. It's controlled by Team Keller. Flanagan, head of steam up the right side. Flanagan past a couple of forecheckers, now around behind the net. Turnaround shot is kept out of there by Ratcliffe. And the loose puck will be picked up and carried ahead by Samsikiewicz. She lost it, had her pocket picked. Lamrou's trying to hook up in the slot, but Samsikiewicz recovered and broke that up. Now here's Anderson moving it ahead. She's got Haley. Haley tried to dish it back to a trailer, but that was intercepted. That was Lund that was in the area. Scamora, though, broke that up. Now here's Monique Lamrou. Has Jocelyn with her 2-on-1. Holds, shoots. It's blocked. Great effort by Alyssa Gallardi to recover and get in the way of the shot from Jocelyn Lamrou. And now here comes Team Decker quickly the other way with a step. It's Knight, backhander save made by Burt. Penalty coming up though. Crowd wanted a penalty shot, but Hillary Knight did get a scoring opportunity. It will, however, they're going to talk this over. It is a hooking penalty on Alexa Grusho, which is the right call, but not the call the fans want to see. They'd like to see a Hillary Knight penalty shot right now. But she did get a scoring opportunity on that play, so he'll go down as a 2-minute minor, and a power play here for Team Decker. They're trying to close the gap down to 4-2 as we hit the halfway point of the first period, or third period, excuse me. Here's a shot from the high slot, deflected wide of the net. Larson was in the area, but couldn't pull it toward goal. Here's Kelly Panic working with Alyssa Gallardi along the far wall. Panic and Gallardi working it free, comes out to the point, hustling over there to keep it in was Kelsey Kozier. Now here's Knight, near side for Panic. Panic changes places with Knight, goes down to Knight in the corner. Back to Panic. Worked out to the high slot, Bellamy. Now for Panic again. 1:11 left on the power play. Here's Knight. Knight holding. Panic, circle. Goes back to Bellamy, but the puck rolled off her stick. And the pass ends up going out to center. So that gives Team Keller an opportunity to reset, and they're just going to fire this one all the way down the ice to relieve some of the pressure. 49 seconds left on the power play as Steckline goes back to get this behind her own net. Here's Zalewski over the line. Zalewski, Coyne trying to get there. Now it comes back to Zalewski. It's tied up in skates, shot to the far wall, and now cleared. Cameronese sending it all the way down, and Ratcliffe behind her net to slow it. 22 seconds, time for one last rush here for Team Decker. They're down 4-2. Time is growing thin. 8:21 left to go in the third period. And icing now called as a errant pass sends up going all the way down. And Brianna Decker with a little frustration as she sends the puck down to the linesman at the other end, because that's pretty much going to make it difficult for an opportunity on this final rush of this power play. Team Decker has closed the shot gap. They're out shooting Team Keller considerably in this third period. Shots are now 26-25 for Team Decker, but that used to be a lot wider gap than it was. I take that back, 26-25 for Team Keller. Aid knocks one right off the stick of Decker, and now Keller's got a chance as Skamura moves in behind the defense. A great save again by Ratcliffe. As penalty time expired, Skamura came out of the box and had a great opportunity, but she was shut down by Ratcliffe. Battled for in the corner. They pull it free now. Oh, collision behind the net. So there's a couple of players working this over. Jocelyn Lamrou's in there for Team Keller, and a couple different players in for Team Decker, one of which just got to her feet. Now here's Keller deep in her own end, trying to get away from the forecheck of Lund. Steps around Anderson nicely, and now ahead. Here's an opportunity for Team Keller, but the shot was fired just wide of the net. And it rebounds all the way back down into the Keller end. Flanagan is there to scoop it ahead for Amanda Kessel. In over the line, here's Kessel. Pulls it to the high slot, dishes it into the circle. Here's a wrister from Cameronese. That one went wide. Cameronese looking for a second. Keller got the loose puck, sent it over far side, and a one-timer is gloved and held off the stick of Blake Bolden. So the face-off will stay in the zone. 6:50 left to go in this third period of our second game here in this first day of the Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. We have two more on tap tomorrow, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and be on these same streaming platforms, so we would love to have you join us for one or both of those contests. Ratcliffe swats a puck to the corner with the blocker, works back out to the point. Shot from there was locked down in front and sat there for a moment, but now here's Team Decker quickly out the other way. This is Larson into the circle. Got stood up nicely by Harmon. Now they come to the far boards, and Brandt is going to pull that free. Brandt headbands to Cameron Easy. Through center she goes. Cameron Easy dumps it in and will chase herself. Bellamy's the first one there for Team Decker. Bellamy got it off for Alyssa Gallardi. And Gallardi will carry this up to center. Stick check there nicely, and it comes off the boards to Rust. Rust trying to get around Hillary Knight. She'll just gain the red line and fire it in, and Kendall Coyne comes to it for Team Decker. Headman pass now to Coyne. She's got a head of steam. Trying to get around Rust. Able to poke it off her stick, but Coyne gets it back. Coyne into the left circle. Shoots. Save Aid. Going after her own rebound. Battling with Rust. Aid on the near side here. Decker's in as well. Decker pulls it free. Walks out in front. Could not get the shot away. It's still loose in the slot. They battle for it. Decker had it for a moment. Able to work it out to the point. Here's Steckline. Shoots, deflected, bounced off the ice and wide of the net. No way Burt would have known where that was going if it was on goal. Now Aid and Matheson battle in the corner. Rust lost her footing and it ends up on the stick of Decker. Decker put it out in front, and Anderson coming in from the high slot could not quite get her stick to that before that of a Team Keller defender. And so it's moved ahead now, and here comes Lamoureux over the line. This is Jocelyn Lamoureux. Stops and will send it around behind the net. Monique Lamoureux on the far boards. Tried to fly it back to Jocelyn. That was knocked down. Comes out to Keller. She'll put it to the far side corner. Battled for there. They try and dig it free. Here's Monique Lamoureux coming up high with it. Lamoureux winds, fires, blocked, comes in on goal anyway. Turned aside by Ratcliffe, as that one was partially blocked but still had enough steam to make it on net. Sometimes those can be the most dangerous opportunities when the goaltender is expecting a bullet and gets a muffin instead because of a deflection. But Team Decker able to take care of that. Now here comes Team Decker in over the line. Samsakevich with a shot. It was blocked by Burt. They regain control in the zone, though, does Team Decker. However, now they'll lose it to Flanagan. Flanagan ahead to Keller. Gets around a forecheck from Panic and moves it ahead to Monique Lamoureux. Now here's Jocelyn Lamoureux. We'll just dump it in, and the Twins will change as Team Decker picks it up and will break out. 3:33 left in this third period. Team Decker needs 2 goals to make a game of it, as that puck did not stay in the zone. Offsides whistled as Casey Bellamy just couldn't quite get there. Honestly, if that puck was laying flat, it might have stayed in the zone, but it was up on end as it got to the blue line. So face off in the neutral zone, chopped at and sent down toward the net of Jenna Ratcliffe, who will move it over to the far side for Alyssa Gallardi. Off the end boards, they'll be picked up by Bellamy. Moved out ahead to center. Bellamy plays it off the boards and gets herself around Harmon, but could not continue to play along. And now here comes Panikin over the line. She'll send it in deep. Chasing is Hillary Knight. Goes into the corner. Battling Blake Bolden for that. Round behind the net it goes. And Harmon, bothered by Panic, sends it along for Cameron Nisi, who chips it off the boards to Hannah Brandt. Here comes Brandt. Flips it into the zone. It's loose. Cameron Nisi pulls it free and scores! Danny Cameronese with a fantastic effort to rip that puck free. And she fires it home, her second of the game. And with just 2:41 left in this third period, it is now 5-2 Team Keller. Just picks the pocket of Casey Bellamy and goes top corner. Fantastic effort by Cameronese for her second of the game. And it is a 5-2 lead now for Team Keller. Looking like they've got a date in the afternoon game tomorrow against Team Turnbull. And that's going to be a delay of game penalty as the puck went directly up into the netting. So Reagan Russ will head to the box, and a power play now for Team Decker. They're going to pull the goaltender and send out a sixth attacker. So 6-on-4, and they're actually also going to take a timeout to discuss it. So some strategy now coming from Ryan Hilderman, the coach of Team Decker. They will discuss what they want to do. But a very entertaining affair here in this second game as Team Keller took a 3-0 lead. Scored the first 3 goals of the contest. First one coming just 45 seconds in from Danielle Cameronese, her first of the contest. A little bit later on, Hannah Brandt made it 2-0, and then Haley Scamora made it a 3-goal lead in the second period. But Kendall Coyne had a fantastic goal to get Team Decker on the board in the second, and then in the third period, Margot Lund made it a 1-goal game, but it's been 2 for Team Keller since then, and it's 5-2 late here in the third. But 6-on-4 opportunity here for Team Decker. We'll see what they can do. A pass off the mark, though, and that allowed Haley Flanagan to get to a loose puck and send it down deep into the Team Decker zone. They'll retrieve it, and here comes Lee Steckline up the right side. Steckline holds and looks, moves it out to the point. Coyne will move it around to the near side for Matheson. Back to Coyne. Center point, rather Steckline. Dumps it into the corner. Decker's going to get there. Decker heads around behind the net. Coyne's there as well. Chopped away from both of them. Zalewski now we'll get to it and send it around to Hillary Knight on the right side. 1:14 left in the power play. Knight winds, fires. Burt with the save and no rebound. Zalewski and Coyne were right there looking for anything that might work its way free, but Burt gobbled that up. 1:10 left on the power play. 1:40 left in the third period. 5-2 lead for Team Keller. Brandt just trying to tie things up off the draw. Finally, Knight will come in and get it. Knight leaves it off for Steckline. Now to Kendall Coyne in the corner. Coyne working away from Flanagan. She'll carry it up the wall. Near side. Now back out to Decker. Decker has Matheson at the point. Gets tied up, though, by Keller. Gets some help to send it back around behind the net. Knight, though, can't get it to Coyne. It is worked out to Steckline. Back to Knight. They battle for it. Steckline will come away with it. Steckline, wrister. Coyne was there, waved at it, but couldn't get a stick on it. Now Matheson on the near side into the corner for Decker. Back out to Matheson. Goes out to the point. It rolled over the stick of Lee Steckline. And so Team Decker's got to reset. They do so. Here's Coyne trying to get around Flanagan. Goes out center point. Steckline winds, fires, save, rebound to the corner. Matheson after it. 6-on-4 still, 11 seconds left in the power play, but now here's Keller skating to center with an empty net. Off for Monique Lamoureux, fires and scores. Monique Lamoureux-Morando puts the empty netter on the board, and that'll pretty much wrap things up as Team Keller takes a 6-2 lead. It'll go down as a shorthanded goal with still 4 seconds left on the power play. 34.2 seconds left on the clock. So, just a terrific game here tonight, but Team Keller coming away with the edge early on. That 3-0 lead ended up being what they needed to get things going. And they were able to survive a push from Team Decker and restore the advantage. Here is Lamoureux with 4 seconds left. Should just carry to the corner, spin away from a defender. Back out to the point. One-timer high and wide at the buzzer. And that is going to do it for game number 2 in our Philadelphia Women's Hockey Showcase. 5th stop on the PWHPA Green Gap Tour, and game 2 of this one goes to Team Keller. They best Team Decker by the final score of 6-2. So our matchup tomorrow will feature Team Turnbull and Team Keller in the championship game. That will be at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Prior to that, Team Nurse is going to take on Team Decker in the consolation match. That is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And we'll have both of those games for you here on our PWHPA streaming channels. Wherever you found it tonight, you should be able to find it tomorrow. So we would love to have you come back with us and join us for day 2 of the PWHPA Women's Hockey Showcase. One final thanks to our partners, the NHLPA, Adidas Hockey, Dunkin' Donuts, Bauer Hockey, BioSteel Sports, Ballard Spar, and Hoser Hockey. Camarisi gets a player of the game nod with her 2 goals, as it's a pretty big win here for Team Keller, but not to discount any lack of effort or anything like that on the part of Team Decker, as they had some stretches of this game where they were dominant. But Katie Burt for Team Keller was fantastic in net. Alex Cavallini, fantastic in net for Team Decker as well, relieved by Jenna Ratcliffe, who had a couple of fantastic saves in the 3rd period. Kendall Coyne getting a player of the game nod as well. She had that fantastic goal to get Team Decker on the board, and Katie Burt getting the recognition she deserves, as she was outstanding in this contest for Team Keller. I'll salute the fans, and then we will get some rest and get ready for tomorrow here at the Virtua Center Flyers Skate Zone in Voorhees, New Jersey, training home of the Philadelphia Flyers, just outside of Philadelphia, the home of this stop of the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour. We've got 2 more for you tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., so we hope that you will join us. Our thanks to everyone involved in this broadcast here this evening in getting us on the stream and keeping things going. For all those involved, I'm Brian Smith. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We hope you'll be back with us tomorrow. Our first broadcast at 11 a.m., the consolation game between Team Nurse and Team Decker here on the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour Women's Hockey Showcase here in Philadelphia.